Hey P1s, how you guys doing? Hope you guys had a wonderful first day. If it was anything like last year, it was very long and very boring, and so I'm glad you guys survived most of it already, and I know there's another day tomorrow, so be prepared for that. So instead of boring you guys to death with a long-winded email, I decided to make a video instead to hopefully explain some of the things that we talked about today to give you guys a little more clarification. So I know some of you had a lot of questions regarding OSSP. I know it's a very confusing process, but what I have attached in this email is the flowchart of how everything is organized. So definitely take a look at that, and then let me know if there's any additional questions you may have, and just shoot me an email anytime, and then I'll do my best to explain it to you. So like we were discussing earlier, the OSPA conference is coming up next weekend on the 28th to the 30th. It will be held at the Portland Marriott on Waterfront. Now I have attached in this email as well the agenda for what's going to be going on, so definitely take a look at that. You can pick out what you like about the conference, what you don't like, which ones you want to attend, and which ones you don't want to attend. For those of you who don't want to be there the whole time, you can also go out and explore Portland. It's a really beautiful city with a lot of cool places to hang out and good foods to try. This is the conference that you do not want to miss out on. First of all, one, it's in Portland, and there's only 2 conferences every year that are held in Portland. 2, this is probably the only opportunity you will get to network with a lot of preceptors, a lot with current employers who might be doing your interviews in the month of January. And 3, it might be super cheap, and I'll explain a little bit more about that a little bit later. So I talked to some of you about reimbursements for the conference. I know it's a really confusing process, but I will do my best to explain it in this video. So first and foremost, the registration cost is going to be $150. In this email you will find the directions on how to register. I understand that a lot of you guys aren't OSSP members currently, and so it will detail which steps you need to take in order to register for this event in order to get that $150, because if you're not a member, it's going to cost $165. So if you do run into that problem, definitely shoot me an email. But as far as reimbursements go, it really depends on how many students attend the conference. Right now we have allocated $2,000 specifically for this event. It hasn't passed EC yet, but if 20 students go, then everybody will get $75 back, but if any more go, then the amount of reimbursement will be less. OSPA has also set up a sponsorship program for us student pharmacists. They understand that it will be a little bit spendy, so they're going to try to do their best to cover the remainder of the cost. How they're going to be doing this is they're going to be asking pharmacists from around the state to donate to the sponsorship fund, and then depending how much money they receive from that, they will divvy up between Pacific as well as Oregon State, and then send the money to us. And then once we receive that money, we'll go ahead and distribute that to all the students who will be attending the event. So potentially this conference could be free for you, but it really depends on how many students go, as well as how much money OSPA can fundraise. If it's not, you will be guaranteed to not pay for more than $100 to attend this event. And because it's in Portland, this will be the cheapest one that you will be able to go to all year. So definitely keep that in mind when you're deciding whether or not you want to come to this event. Once you have registered for the event, there are a couple things that I will need from you. 1, it will be your full name. 2, your phone number. 3, your mailing address so that we know where to mail the reimbursements to. 4, your student ID. 5, whether or not you need transportation to and from Oregon State to the Portland waterfront. I will do my best to coordinate that, and if you're willing to drive, definitely let me know. If you're willing to take some other students as well, definitely let me know, because I'll be the one in charge of organizing all that. And for those of you who are not from Oregon, or who are not familiar with the Portland area, we can go ahead and organize some sort of housing for you. Since it's being hosted at the Portland Marriott, I will go ahead and contact them for you if we have enough students who need housing for the weekend. So definitely those 5 things are the things that you need to email me back once you have registered for the conference. Well, thank you guys. I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. I know there's going to be a long day ahead of you, but some of us will actually be going to Claude tonight to hang out, so I hope to see some of you out there at least. If not, you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow.